This is video number 2. If you haven't watched the introduction video number 1, I'll leave a link in the description. Alright guys, so we're going to create a simple landing page, and just so you know, I'll leave all the information for this platform down below just in case you need it. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new landing page. So here we are on the back end, and we're going to start by clicking the create landing page. Okay, so we're going to give our landing page a name, and I'll give it a name of like home buyers list or something. Alright, so I already created a group, and I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this is basically means you create different type of groups. So if you want to have a landing page with, say, you want to have buyers list or you want to have a sellers list, this is where you would create a different type of groups for that. And then later on, you could send them different type of messages. So we'll go ahead and click save and continue. Okay, so now we have all these basically templates that we can use, and you can see there's so many different templates styles. So, just using these templates, half the work is done. Now, you could either use these templates or you could create your own. Let's go ahead and select this template right here. So we'll go ahead and click select. Hey guys, just taking a quick break. If you guys like these tutorials, please consider subscribing. And now each of these, now that we click select, each of these have a little box that you could basically click on. You could delete it, edit it, duplicate it, whatever you want. Okay, this right here is just a little timer. Now, every time you click on the actual box, you'll see that on the right hand side is where all your settings are. So you could create your heading here. As you see, we're building something awesome. That's right there. So this is where you would edit your text. You also have here the countdown, because there's a countdown. So this is a countdown app that's put in here, and you could adjust that. And then you have your settings tabs where you could basically, change the font style, the heading, the text, the background. You could do all that in this little menu. So if we click out of that and we click cancel, you'll notice on the right hand side here, there's all these options that basically you're just dragging and dropping. So we're going to drag and drop a heading, and you could drag and drop a video. Whatever you decide you want to do, you could basically drag and drop. Okay. On the top here, you'll see this is a landing page. So this is your landing page. And then there's another tab here. It's called the success page. So if you want to use this, you can. If not, you want to send them directly to a like another link or some other page, you could do that as well. Right down here where it says the redirect to, if you want to send them to a different URL, this is where you would do that. So if you want to send them to your messenger bot, you could do that. All right. So here what we're going to do is, let's delete this. I'm going to go ahead and delete this, delete that, and I'll delete that. Okay. So now we have a background here. So in the main settings, if we just click right here on the main image here, you'll notice that it brings up this. And if we go to settings, okay, we have basically our controls here. And if we scroll down here where it says background, you can see that there's a background image there. You can go ahead and click on background. Now, if we click on that, it's going to bring up basically all these settings that we could adjust for, like if we want to put something on the background or design it in some kind of way. If you just want to add a image, then see where the image is, we'll just click on that. And I already have some images that I uploaded inside the file manager. So we'll go ahead and select that image. And once we selected that image, it brings it up here. And the reason why we see this is because it's a free version and we're not getting paid. We're not paying this. So this is the border on the bottom. So we'll start by adding a heading. And we could put something like, all right. Now, if we go to the settings and we want to basically change the font, we'll go ahead and increase the font size. And if we want to change it to like something like that, we could do that. And we'll just click save. You also could adjust the spacing between the top bar. So we can adjust that. And we could give it some space here as well. You could adjust the letter spacing if you like. Next thing we want to do is we want to add a sign-up form. So what we'll do is we'll add this one right here. All right, so there's many different options, obviously, you could do. So when we click on form settings, we can create one like that, one like this, medium, wide. There's left, there's right. If you want to use the card style, so it adds a background to it, you could do that as well. So these are all settings you could basically play around with. If you want to add a privacy policy, you could do that. So we'll just go ahead and basically type in a heading, get your free home list. And right now we have some problems with the lighting. And let's take the brightness and bring it down a little bit. And we'll go ahead and click save. All right, so now we got our form here. And we'll go ahead and it's going to make something generic for now. And if we go to our, basically, we go to our button, we could change that as well. We could put, get your home list. So if we head over here to form, so we want to add a new field. So let's go ahead and type in name. And in this name, we could double click on that and check off that this field is required. And we'll go ahead and click save. Go ahead and move that up there like that. And we'll add one more field. And we'll call this, we could do, by the way, drop downs, radio buttons. So if you want to have them check off a certain like city or something, they could check off stuff as well. For this, we're not going to do that. But we'll go ahead and add a phone number. Click save. Now, if you want to go ahead and mess around with the settings, for example, let's just say you don't have a background here and, you know, you could, there's so many different settings. We can make this black, or we could, you know, change the content style. There's a lot of different things you could do here. You could change the heading here so that it's bigger. We could change the font text if we want to make it darker. Right now, I'll just keep it white. And then we have our form elements here where we could basically mess around with those as well. And let's change the button color. Make that something like red. And we could also change the color when somebody hovers over it. Click save. So now when somebody hovers over that, turns green. And then lastly, we just need to add an image here, right here. We'll go ahead and choose an image. Okay, we'll select this. And we have our image here. If we want to make it like this, so because it clashes too much with the background, all we have to do is go ahead and click under settings and do this. But now we're gonna have to change all the heading to basically black, or what we could do is just instead, and then change that to white. And now it's a little bit more nicer so we can see it a little bit better. And if we head back to this and we adjust the spacing on this, we could do that from the bottom. And all you have to do when you're finished with this is go ahead and just click save, and you pretty much created your first landing page. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. You could do so many different things, and of course you could add all these other little tablets here. You could put a quiz, survey, countdown. There's a map if you want to add a map to your landing page. You know, let's just say you're advertising a house. You could put a map here with the actual address, so you could do that. Of course, your Instagram feed and your countdown. If you want to set some kind of urgency, you could do that. And share buttons, social icons. If you want to create just a separate button to send them somewhere else, you could do that. So there's a lot of things you could do with this. You know, it's really worth it for the price. I mean, it's free for the first 1,000 customers or clients. So check it out. Anyways, that's it for now. I will get into a little bit more on how we connect this to Zapier and all the other apps and stuff in another video. And if you like these tutorials, please consider subscribing. I'll go ahead and leave all the information down in the description down below. And if you guys are interested in using this software, it's pretty cool. Go ahead and check it out.